What's going on, guys? My name is Shay. I'm the DM for the Rogue Ramblings for the episodes of Lost Adventures as well as Journey to Ragnarok and other things that I've done. I want to apologize for this video and the next one. There's a double mic feed, and I didn't understand it when I was setting it up, and apparently my camera was also picking up on it, so you're going to hear this odd second voice, and I do my best to try to cut it out, and it just... there's nothing I can do. It's already set in motion. But thank you for bearing with me, and enjoy the episode.
All right, we are on episode 3 of Journey to Ragnarok. We get to see if our heroes make it through the cold, hard, great forest of Svtjod. They're getting ready to begin the trek of their journey. So let's get started. All right, so we're at the tent. So you want to do tent stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So you do find a guy who is selling a tent. Yes, for the price is 20 silver.
Of course, I'd be more than willing to pay that price. However, the fabric of it doesn't seem to block any natural harshness of the wind. Do you have anything perhaps better or cheaper?
I wouldn't say I've gotten anything cheaper, but
Perhaps a little downgrade on the price due to its inability to protect completely.
okay, yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
16 plus persuasion. 19. No, I get a plus 7.
Some wear and tear here and there. I can probably shoot it down to 18.
I'm fine with that.
Alright.
Do you have this, or did it just land here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Then start in that way.
Still about mid-morning at this point as you guys get some of your purchases and such done, ready for the truck of the road.
Yeah, there's like a tavern like this where I could I'm gonna ask, what are we doing exactly? What mission are we on?
This is for me or for everyone?
Yeah, anyone who wants to answer. Anyone who has an idea.
I can't tell if this is in character.
It's not.
We're going to Drew to make sure the village has not been burnt down.
Right, and we're going based off of what Icy Crows are sending us, right?
Yes.
I go ask them for breakfast.
Unfortunately, they're not seeing you right now.
I will go to the man who we spent the night with and eat some of the wolf that we killed.
Okay, that could be arranged. You do find Baldwin, and he does arrange a small meal for you guys with the remaining wolf from the previous night.
So I was going to ask for breakfast, and then I was going to ask about an inn. And then I was like, wait, aren't we on a mission from the crows? I'm going to ask the crow, and then I was just like working backwards.
It will be a shame to see you go, but the weather out there is rough and dangerous.
We should be back within time. Days, few, not many at all.
Dreymandibu is a far distance, and I probably won't see you maybe a month.
Should be fun.
What do we hope to get?
Probably before should be an easy way there and back, even with the weather.
Let's hope.
You have family here, don't you? Did you say your goodbyes to them? You're just excited to get going. And your good company last night. Enjoyed it. We had some hearty laughs. I hope to see you again.
Same to you.
Safe travels, everyone.
Keep your ears well.
I need to get on this. Start heading in the direction. What was the town that you decided we were going to?
Where's the map? We were going to the first town on the left. That's what I remembered.
Varmrfors. There's a name for the reason for the
Oh,
I know it was Shadow.
Yeah, going into the forest of the wolf, Shadow Wolf's territory. Varmrfors means warm fall. That town. It's a simple day. No snowfall. The weather seems to permit a good day of travel as you guys begin your trek through the woods. Nothing strikes out at you. the night does come relatively fast for how much distance you did clear. And oddly enough, it was at a fast pace, as you're following in the footsteps of Minaj, who, after a little bit, starts getting back into his element, and it's simple turns, simple movements, and you cover a lot of distance. Let me know if you guys want to go to the night.
Along the way, can I grab one of these dry branches? Help the fire with it.
The night occurs. The weather starts dipping down to the point of below freezing. Does everyone have a tinder? Somebody have a tinderbox? All right, good. So fire gets started. Got wood. Awesome. All right. What do you guys do? How do you fuck this pig?
Bust out some dried rations. Set my water skin by the fire to warm it up so it's not super cold water when I go to drink it. And that's all I do. Prior to the fire. Let's see.
I'm gonna start setting up tent. The tent. Just start making it work. Nothing else besides that.
I'm gonna look to see if like maybe there's a hole in or something like that that I can land. What would I roll for that?
Right now, go ahead and roll a survival check. You do find a little divot to lay in. It's not really that comfortable, but it helps in the process of where you are.
Just gonna help prepare some food with the first. Warm everything up. Keep everything going.
I know you guys are probably looking for a better advantage, so she already rolled her survival check. You three, go ahead and roll your survival check for finding better area. And we gotta call that out.
15.
No.
Oh, 2 1s. Man, what the chance?
Yeah, that would be
You rolled
6.
advantage?
Twinsies!
So you two do find a good spot. You do find an area where, knowing how the wind chill is, you being professional of knowing where to go and not go in the woods, and you following the basic just aspects of nature itself, combine your efforts and find a good area where the wind doesn't bash the fire as bad, and good cover for some concealment. So everyone gets that additional plus to your con save.
Can I set up a divot enough for the fire so that it's low enough that it still provides heat but hides kind of like the light from as far away?
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Nat 20. So that's like a 25.
You make you put in a sense we're using 2 trees and blocking the wind, and adding a little snow fort behind it, and with it you do manage to utilize full movements of the heat and conceal the light much better, in case if there were enemies would come in one direction, since everything's coming a certain way. The night goes on, you dig down.
I want to take first.
Okay.
I just want to make that call. You can take a watch.
I'll say second or last one, whatever, however we do it.
So, no, just to make sure, no nocturnal creatures are to, in fact, mess with our sleep. We should take shifts and watch to make sure we don't get better times. I am willing to take first if anyone objects to that, but in any other way, we should have 3 watches.
I'll take the first watch.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me.
You don't want me to watch.
Got it. I'll take the last watch.
I'll take second then.
Tegan, let's start with you. Perception check.
What if I told you?
I would tell you this. Looking out into the night, the only clear light you have is from the fire. As you gaze out, you can tell that the weather has begun to shift, as a low but subtle mist has begun to enter the woods in a few spots.
I also don't sit at any camp. I go out and give it a 30-foot distance, and then kind of yeah. We have. You said we're against the back wall, right? The block in. I don't worry about coming up there. I kind of patrol out here, not as close to
Yeah, you start patrolling, and every move you make, every time you take a step, you spin into one spot and you go back to the same footprints, leaving the exact same trail as best you can. Second shift,
23.
you look out as you both switch off. It's a bit chilly. It's a bit cold, and you can feel that temperature. Looking out, you see that there is a mist that has rolled up on you. You're not sure when it did, but it's subtle, and it looks to be increasing probably by the time morning light strikes. You hear a few things in the woods. Just normal odd sounds. Could be snow falling from a branch. Maybe too much snow on a depression finally makes it fall. That's it.
Keep the fire up north to a degree so you can have a nice, moderately warm breakfast.
Alright, and then third watch.
4.
Okay. Good numbers. A bit tired as you wake up. Haven't had to do this in a while. A low mist has entered the forest, and you can see it to the point of when the early hours of the dark gray skies have come lighter. It's going to be interesting. It almost gives it this mystical approach, looking into the woods. A few times you find yourself distracted, lost in thought, as you watch it slowly but subtly linger.
Since I'm not really doing much, you want to try and predict what, like, just try and see what's going to happen in the future. Just try and using my secret knowledge, right? Just like spot, try and see any signs, anything of that nature.
Oh, okay. You're looking for runes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check. First, we gotta spot them.
23.
You look about, looking around the camp, place where you step to move. You're not seeing any signs of it. You're not sure if this is just some crazy journey or even signs of the god have foretold this. The next day, you guys continue your journey unimpeded. Just to let everyone know, Ragnhild, 2 levels of exhaustion. Going through the woods. Trekking through the great forest, you happen upon a small meadow with a large boulder in the middle. It is decorated with complex knots and bas reliefs. At the base are a few candles, arrows, and a wooden bowl. You guys notice that there is a rune on the boulder, a little bit higher on top, pointing upward, but it looks fairly worn by the weather. But it is a rune.
Would I know what it is?
A start with check.
Okay. I got a 5 plus wisdom? 8.
8.
Do you know what this is?
Start with check. You see that it is the Gibu, or Gibo rune. It is favored to Freya, and it's more of a sign of an offering or a gift.
And there's candles about.
You can see, judging by this is an altar that you can give an offering to. Usually, it's favored to more of the monetary or sentimental or aren't good offerings. So things that like fish, animals, such like that.
I want to relight the candles and then add another candle of my own.
So what does it say?
It's a rune of Freya.
That's what I worship. Well, just in case, I'm going to take out 2 of my arrows and put them in a basket.
I'm putting one of my rations on.
I walk by the base and I flip a silver coin.
Then I will relight the candle.
I'll put my box belt in there for her.
What do you guys do?
I'm just continuing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Keep going.
do it all again.
Slowly tracking, trying to grab sticks again.
You two get a point of inspiration.
Take a coin.
You know the night comes once more, probably halfway through your journey, getting cold. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna look for a good place to look.
Yes.
I'm trying to some fire.
Ooh. 26. I think. I'm pretty sure. No, sorry, 24.
18.
Still good!
Also.
You do find a good place. This one has a overturned tree with a lot of snow already compacting the back of it, and there's enough room that you could slip 2 bags underneath the tree and pat it out. It'll fend off for the weather.
Why don't you two take the safer sleeping area? I'll jump to you.
All right, if you say so.
Nearby.
I'll start
Why don't you
Get
open
the
the
fire
fire
going.
icy crows?
warming up some food.
It's just. It's a complicated background path in my line of work.
Which is
Hunting, navigation, things of that nature.
not so complicated.
I go back to like my 10.
I didn't mean to offend you.
No, it's I prefer to answer that question more I get to know you before I think about answering it, if that's alright.
Sure.
So, as you were saying before, I don't really know much about your clan. What is your... Do you have any ceremonies that are unique to your clan? By chance?
I wouldn't know it's unique.
That's very true. I'm more asking of the religious variety. Do you have any ceremonies of that sort?
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
Yes, I'm more asking about yours and how yours would work. Is it unique for each god, or?
Yeah, each gods prefer different sacrifices and ways of worship.
Oh, okay. It's a bit different from mine, which is we just tend to give them something that they would prefer compared to sacrifice.
So the sacrifices.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. I'm just I'm tired. It's been a bit of a trek here. But I now understand. My apologies.
Yeah, sure.
What about you two? You're awfully quiet.
I'm a bit tired, cold, trying to warm up some food.
Just trying to make my way.
Are you an icy crow too?
She's a bear, I believe.
I'm not that guy.
Crow. Crow.
What do you guys do as crows?
Just over here munching on his wolf mutton.
Yeah. You can take over this one.
I mean, of mine's probably a little bit different. I was kind of raised on a farm, so I didn't worry myself too much.
Alright then. It's a full scene type thing. Telling the futures, making sure the gods aren't displeased, things of that nature.
Are the gods displeased right now?
What we're going to go find out. We can make sure the villagers still have.
Don't you have any rituals or anything to find that out?
That's... Remember when he told you about that earring from a little bit ago? With the child and the wolf and the girls? That was a ritual of sorts meaning that we received the edition. So we want to try and figure out what it means.
How do the wolves of shadow stand in God's eyes?
Not bad. I believe they are quite welcome.
How do we stand compared to the heretics?
Is that considered?
The old sons.
Hesitantly, trying to think of words.
Out of character. You wanna fuck with me on rituals, Nick?
They don't see any of them as bad, just misguided.
So,
Hesitant. He says that.
how do you feel about the episodes?
I don't know.
I like you.
That's my personal opinion. I don't know what
How about you?
I care very little about what others do. I stick to myself.
And your plan?
These are no problems.
What would it take to gain your aid? Should it come to fighting?
If you need me, I'll be there to protect, but I cannot harm unless it is needed.
Appreciate that. Do you speak to your opponent?
Yes.
Interesting. I very much appreciate it. I'll take first watch. Finish last bit of my
Yeah.
Nick over here. Jesus fucking Christ.
Walks away. I'm like, both of them are bad. Both are nice. You know that, correct?
I see nothing.
Good.
Do I hear him?
No, this is me quiet.
Perception check.
Can I stealth this?
Oh, that one.
Nick's over here loud whispering. Was he confused with his actions?
I was barely walking away, man. I was like 20 feet from him.
Oh, I said I was gonna wait. My bad. Should have emphasized. Second watch. Good. You're so bad at watching things. I'll go on. And then I go into my tent.
Double layered ditch. Snuggle up. Watching your game.
I don't care. You're not in the place that was safe, that I offered you. For the city.
You kind of dug a ditch into the snow.
Alright, I'll take
Can I
the
try to
Be
hide
safe.
the fire again?
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
7. Fuck. Why am I rolling this pizza box?
It's a bad placement of where you have it, that no matter what you try to do, your best bet is looking at how the woods are. It still has the low mist still lingering.
It's safe for cover, but like any way I try to hide it, it's gonna catch the forest on
Yeah. I mean, the forest is constantly already in its other state of snow and wet, so good luck. Tink, go ahead and roll me that perception check.
I'm snoring like a bear.
You look about. Quiet. The night air. Still cold. This time, you're walking around your entire camp in the same spots, similar to a cat walking right, tracing itself. You have the feeling something's going to happen tonight. Just looking at it, looking at the layout of the land, how it's been, certain clues that lead you up to this point. This night, something's going to go off. You just don't know when.
It's your watch.
Right.
I got a feeling. I don't stay with
You
it.
doing
I'm
my
not gonna
best?
sleep.
I'm staying close to the fire because I'm cold.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Oh, natty 20.
That's fun. I think that's 25. Yeah, 25.
25. Your eyes look about at the camp of your sleeping crows. The mist continues to stay low. The fire rages on, assisting you in your waking hour. From the woods, something catches your attention. A movement of mist shifts, like a sudden wind has started to blow. Then another on the opposite side of camp, with the sounds of snow being depressed, quietly.
Sorry, I'm waving in his direction. Because he said he was staying awake.
Are you hitting me?
Like, I'm like making fast movements because I'm right by the fire, like trying to pay
okay,
attention.
okay.
There's something moving nearby.
Oh, I see. 7.
A lot of darkness and the subtle firelight dancing among the trees.
I'm gonna move like 10 feet into the darkness and try to like hear more basically. Just reposition.
Okay, perception check.
9.
You're listening. You're not hearing it. It's quiet.
I have that in my feather roll. Nice. Stay, keeping an eye on like I can't notice anything, so whatever it is beyond my perception. But I'm staying up.
I'm trying to pay attention.
You look around, and then the first thing you spot is a set of eyes. And then it moves. It darts in your direction. And you look on the opposite side of camp, and you see another pair of eyes, also looking as it's already in the movement process of running. The figure is low, about your height. As it starts to come into the dim light, you can see it's a pack of wolves has been set upon your camp.
And I yell out and call out that there's wolves.
Earlier.
What did I do?
For just the questions
Just
you
going
asked.
with
They were
it.
good questions.
Thank you. Thanks, Nick. I wish I had this when I was making perception rolls for the wolves attacking our camp.
They would interrupt him! Are tamed animals a thing anymore?
I mean, they used to have cats, and
They used to
cats is
have
what it
pet
is.
bears.
When you mentioned this campaign, I told you. I was like, I will know nothing.
Please, I'm going to get a bear.
Yeah, I mean, you can get, they've had pets. They've gotten, let's see, ravens, foxes, wolves, bears, lynxes, falcons. I don't give a shit what the fuck you want. I'll give whatever I want to you. Deal with it. I don't like it when you do requests. I like it when your players let me know about your requests and I alter them.
They pretty much live with like constant danger.
Besides, if anyone's gonna get any fox or wolf stuff, it's gonna be me. I live for that shit. I made a werewolf character. Woo! I need initiative.
The last time I smelled.
5.
What'd you get?
9 plus 3.
12? What'd you get?
50.
5.
Professionals.
Svtjod.
I'm first.
Do you get it? This one, how? Fuck off.
I charge the closest wolf. Nicholas.
What?
Move the piece.
You got to ask! I don't know what's going on.
Obviously. Going to draw my short sword and attack him.
From your sitting position, you dash 20, 25 feet toward the nearest wolf on the opposite side of camp as you draw your short sword.
I'm going for like a slash after I draw it. That's a 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
And that is 4 points of slashing damage. And then I'm going to follow through with a knee to its jaw. But attempted knee. Ooh. 13.
Hit.
4 bludgeoning damage.
You dash across as you draw your weapon from your left side of your head, and it goes forward as the wolf lunges. You slide into his mane, followed by a kick with your knee into its face, altering its course. You can hear a tooth being chipped.
As a bonus action, I would like to growl at him. And then that's my turn. No, I said
Dragonhove, it is your move.
Draw one of my Futhark circles in the ground. Set it here. As it goes across the snow.
Like spicy nugs today for lunch. I think that's why I'm shitting my brains out.
Okay, so you put your Futhark circle there. What do you do now?
I'm just gonna brace for them to start charging their arrows.
Oh, no. That's a problem.
From the shadows, more wolves enter the fray. One jumps on the log behind you. Another one comes up to your right side. As you growl at this one, you see the other one come up for a lunge.
This is this close to dodging as a bonus action, which is why I started that sentence with as a bonus action. I'm like, damn it.
By the way, Abby, apparently the neighbors over there have a dog, and it is amazing. I love it, and we're gonna steal it.
You just incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you guys do?
Svenner,
We could tell the police.
I need you to make a strength savings throw.
Ooh, I'm good at those. 10. I passed?
No.
Guys are whips!
The one that you hit in the mouth is stumbled and trying to regain its balance, getting ready to bite. The one that comes from the shadows takes a grab at your leg as you finally finish your step, grabs. You take 4 points of piercing damage, and it pulls your leg like it's yanking you, and you fall prone.
You're gonna do well with this one.
The one that
Yeah.
Yep. the one that charges to you, Ragnhild, comes up short. Almost a hesitation when it was seeing the fire, but its desire for flesh and food outweighs its importance. You see the other one looked like it was going for you, and then slowed down, and seeing Malzahar trying to get up and starts biting at him. Looks like there's no real bite, but you see that he's kicking it back with his feet trying to get up. Alright, new round. Everyone is now effectively up. Cool. Savannah.
I'm gonna attack the same one with my short sword. I'm gonna stand up.
Are they up, like standing up?
No one's standing up. You guys are up effectively.
Oh.
Since it was a surprise round.
I was like standing up.
Interesting. With an attack! I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll it too.
Is that another 2?
You picked the wrong dice.
Why did I grab that one? I'm gonna spend a key point to flurry blows. So I'm going to miss with my short sword, and then basically just like full turn with the attack and come around like a hammer fist and then kick. So I don't know why I have a d6. So 15 to hit.
15 does hit. Which one are you striking at?
Same one I had before. That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
As soon as you come up and you miss the first one, stumbling a little bit, you hit him with a hammer fist right in the snout, and you hear the cracking noise as his whole front face dips in forward and falls flat to the ground.
And then can I switch up my feet that I was going to come around with the kick for and then kick that one instead? That's an 18 to hit. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
You spin around and give him the backhand of your heel. You can hear that right in the face, the cracking noise of its muzzle. Wolf pissed. Ragnhild.
I'm just gonna try and clock him in the face, isn't it? So right from the hip. Nope.
That's a 2.
Death by 2s.
Maybe I will back up. Scoop one in this way. Get some cover against the log.
Okay, we're gonna get on the distance.
How do we leave?
Well, that middle area is how you're going to leave. Menage on.
I have 15 movement left. So where am I leaving? Where that dog is at the moment? Oh, okay. I pull out my short sword, and I quickly start working into it. And I will go for a stab. So this is a searing smite. I believe the short sword is a d6.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. 13 hit?
Yes.
6 fire, 2 normal, and then 3 extra. Thank you. I'm like, do I add it? It's already my proficient. Don't miss it.
11.
So 11?
Yeah. And now, I end my turn. Make a con save.
Is it whenever you end your turn?
It's whenever their turn starts.
He fails.
He takes another d6.
Because he's already dead.
As it goes,
Now, how would you like to describe as soon as you stab right into him?
I leave the sword in as the heat just kind of serrates into it at that point, and I can't really pull it out. It's like go for my bow again and just keep moving. Wait, so he's gone? I can move?
He's gone.
I can move! 10, 15, anywhere near me? Any wolves?
Looks like you don't see any.
Okay.
Monsters! From the log, it jumps down and goes straight for Ragnhild from behind. Menage, even looking around, you didn't see it in time as another one just comes up to you close. Here we go. Let's make some rolls. Got you.
Yeah.
Oof. Max damage, bud. 10 piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength savings throw. From the darkness, you don't see it in time as it grabs your leg, and you feel the searing pain as it pulls you to the ground. Your head hitting the ground, thus the massive amount of damage. Tegan, you suffer 15 points of damage. Make a strength saving throw, please.
6.
This one jumps, pounces right onto your chest. You can feel it go through all your defenses, crushing part of your chest, and it takes you to the ground as it's right on top of you, as you're grabbing at it. All right. And now it is Malzahar's turn.
He's gonna stand up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna stand up. All right. You hit shocking grasp. All right.
Shockingly worked.
He stands up, trying to like prevent it from jumping at him. So you smell burnt hair coming from it. Nail.
I'm gonna get up. And then I'm gonna move. Like he's like that. And I'm gonna try and stab him with my grass.
I'm trying to know what square you're in because I put that in such a weird spot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
20.
That hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. All right. Seeing it getting shocked in place, you come out of the tent. Axe already over your head, and it goes downward. You can hear the cracking through its shoulder blades and its ribs as it goes completely down, and a good, nice little blood splatter. Here you go.
Meet something new, boys.
Svenner.
I stand up. I attacks him with my sword. Does an 18 hit?
That does hit.
4 points of damage.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna flurry of blows this son of a bitch. I'm not gonna flurry of blows this son of a bitch. I'm just gonna blow it. I miss, so that doesn't happen. And then I'm going to head back to camp. Is this considered any kind of difficult terrain, Shay?
Yes.
20, 25.
Ragnhild, your turn.
You want to try to pop him today?
That is that's a hit.
6.
You grab your reinforced mug, and hard as you can, boom, you can hear it off its skull and a cracking noise as it hits the log.
Just ready to kick a kid.
Menage.
If this doesn't work, I can do some help, as I will take attack of opportunity and hit back up.
How far?
Far. 5, 10, 15. 20. There. Do I see any wolves in the general vicinity?
Wait, he's not in difficult terrain?
No, you're in difficult terrain.
I thought it didn't affect me as a ranger. If it's in forest.
If you've been traveling over an hour.
Okay. Then moving back one. I'm still going to get out of my bow shooting.
I'm also.
See about that attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he won't get me down until it's max last time.
Oh.
Miss. You crit?
What? I'm just going through my notes.
I feel like you critted me.
Yeah, you did get crit. But, no. You see, as soon as you jump back, it tries to grab at your feet again, just missing you completely.
Okay. 14.
Yeah.
17.
Damage?
Yeah. That was near minimum danger.
Take an arrow out, turn around quick as you can, and just let it loose, shooting as hard as you can. It goes right through its mouth and staying somewhere in its body. It just drops.
Go to my side!
You hear another one of those yelps or like a bark, and the wolves immediately, seeing that their numbers are getting depleted, begin running away with their tails between their legs.
I'm assuming you're disengaging.
Yes. Alzar fires a firebolt and misses it. Yeah?
I'll let him go.
Svtjod.
I will.
I'm going straight for this one.
Yeah, I charge that one. That was only 20 feet. Attack with the short sword. 9.
Miss.
I'm going to try to also punch him. 17.
Hit.
5. Points of bludgeoning damage.
You swipe at him, and then as hard as you can, hit the hind leg. And he says, like you can hear her cracking, and it's limping away.
Right, so the movement action.
You guys really help from distance. No. Wait, let me get back over here.
Menage.
I'm gonna make my way around, drawing a bow, getting ready to shoot something. Do I see him going for one?
No, not from your angle, as it's over a small bank, like the back end of a fallen tree. It's behind that. As you can see that he's just swiped. You can see the outline of Svtjod attacking something.
I'm gonna see if I can make out the line of that, because I need to make sure he's good. How? You can only see the outline. Then I'll take the last 5 feet down this way, so right next to Malzar. Last 5 feet. No, I'm just drawing. Do I see anything?
You do. You can make an outline. He's got 3/4 cover and the
Sure.
disadvantage because it's in the darkness.
10.
Miss.
Okay.
You arrow hits right into the log, and some snow falls from it.
Okay. I interact, reach for my sword, grab it.
And then monsters disengage, and I move 40 feet away. Are you giving chase, Svtjod?
That's not my turn. It's Malazar's turn.
Yep, he's done. Nail?
Malazar, he's like, you woke me up for this?
Svtjod.
I'm going to move 20 feet, which puts him within 20 feet, right?
Correct.
I'm going to throw a dart at him.
Disadvantage.
You were at the edge of light.
Fucking
Launch the dart.
And then I'll move 5 feet back towards the light.
Anyone else doing anything?
I don't see him, so I'm gonna run towards him.
Wait,
Grabbing my arrow on the way.
speeding pause, counter orders, wait here.
If you're in Horizon, I'll follow.
Yeah,
Just because you get hurt.
You guys round the trunk. The ass end of the trunk as you see Svtjod still looking out. You can see the outline of him, but he's looking out.
I'm like breathing real heavy.
I'll take one more shot. This is
Wait,
the
where are you guys at?
I'm guessing on the tree trunk.
Yeah.
Okay. You also see a fuck ton of blood here.
Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that shot then. Yeah. 13?
Miss.
Really? Alright.
As you lose another arrow.
We didn't die. Go team.
I slowly back up over here to my wolf kill. Well, I'm just saying, and then I'm gonna drag it into the light.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Sorry. I was about to say, I'm gonna go start grabbing my arrows that I used.
And when he gets over, I'm gonna do a little help. And when he gets back in, I'm gonna just heal him a little bit.
Yeah. So the blood follows my exact pathing, and it's still dripping out, which is pretty good.
Hold still for a second.
Looking at Svtjod, you can tell just by looking at him, he's blooded.
Just a little.
I don't know where you heal me, but I pull,
Because yeah, like
I pull the wolf pretty much right next to the fire,
and
and then I kind of wrap myself in it, and then lay on the ground. And it's like shit.
I'm gonna come up and just
Trying to
kind
wrap myself in it.
of just good solid spot and just give a little help. 8.
Feeling way better.
So the wind wolf that I go, I'm gonna take that one and I'm gonna start cutting into it. And it's tempting to get some of the meat.
Okay, make a survival check.
13.
Thank you.
How bad do you still look?
Oh, I'm still pretty good.
Blooded?
I'm still blooded.
4.
Not blooded, but just barely.
Bloody is half, right?
By the time you get back, I literally moved to my bedroll, wrapped myself in the bedroll, and then like wedged myself into this corner with like the wolf on me.
And I'm like over top of him, like trying and making it feel better.
I'm tearing apart a wolf.
There's another one behind the tent. Get my arrow while you're on it, don't break it. I'm just gonna start bandaging up all of my wounds.
So do we sleep late or do we just
At this point,
You guys tell that I'm already like
Yeah.
asleep.
we might just want to let him sleep. You can watch while we all sleep. Agreed? Not for a long time. Just enough to get us back on our feet. There's a big gash here on my leg and here. And it's like, let's take that.
I am just tired.
Yeah. Good news is the adrenaline showed he does up a little. So, to make us feel that way. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah.
I go back in my tent. Just
Warmest place I can get to. Clocking over.
she is.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit in the red fire line.
You're either watching or you're carving.
I'll be burning.
One of us is awake.
Sleeping? Malzahar's also back to sleep.
I went right to sleep.
I feel like Malzahar should also be watching.
You didn't watch that before.
He didn't watch it before. He should be fine. He's also not exhausted.
Persuade him, guys. He's not here.
I'm gonna do it.
It looks all nice and warm.
How does a 17 look in his eyes?
It's actually pretty good. He thinks about it, looking at himself, not really hurt. Alright, who else has the lowest passive perception? No, the two people who are awake. Awesome! Have the worst!
I mean, we're not gonna get attacked again. There's so much
Why do you think
warning,
I'm
right?
You never know. I like to do little surprises.
I feel like I have one of the highest, so I'm not sure if I'm okay with that.
Malzahar up, poking some fire, looking out, gets distracted, starts watching just Hagnis up. Every now and then looks about. You could tell you're both really not paying attention, having a good time, just watching.
I am going to attempt to try and find the arrow also.
It was in a wolf.
Total, there are 4 dead wolves that you find. One of them does have an arrow. You said arrow and you look on it, there is no sign of arrow, but when you start tearing it apart, you do find the arrow in its stomach and its intestine. Like a kebab.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna put
it's
the arrow in there and I'm gonna try and heat it up to make like a little kebab for him.
Make a wisdom check.
I love this.
Hey, right field.
7.
Get the arrow out. Kind of squish the stomach down. You take the intestines, and it is disgusting. Malzahar's watching as it's just sliding through your fingers as you're just trying to shove this intestines through the arrow, and it becomes this flat stomach, this, and you manage to like get this perfect right over the fire. Just slowly rotating when you can. You're checking up on it. It's a bad turn. It's a bad turn, and you're burning both sides effectively as you're just trying to cut up a wolf and this.
To describe my wooden arrow, my arrows, they are 3-pointed with a sharp talon on every point. And yeah, basically, it's to catch them. And then if I get a small kill, I can hook it with.
Yeah, so when it hits, the rubber band or the cord snaps, and it sends it like, you know,
Yeah,
you get it.
yeah, it's a hunting arrow, basically.
What are your bolts?
So
So my bolts are triangular in shape all the way around, but it kind of looks like there's a beak. It's a cool bolt.
also with this kebab, I'm making it look like a little. I'm gonna attempt to make it look like a little flower. where like the spikes are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this a divine meal.
Man, I wish Nathan was here. I feel like he would have some quick-witted, like, Gordon Ramsay shit going on. Oh, man.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll put some grass on it, you know, try to make it a little fancy.
Looks great.
A little extra blood for some spice.
Now you're getting the spirit.
Is it for Menage?
Oh yeah. He wanted his zero back. He's getting it back.
Yeah, he's gonna love it.
You gotta power through it, say it's good, even if it's not.
Eventually, the sun does rise and light comes in once again. You also start feeling this wind as it's starting to pick up in the morning, and it's going to become more powerful and prudent as the day goes on. From the wolves, cutting them up, you can effectively make 3. You know what? Let's make a survival check on that. Is that a natty 20?
Yeah.
Well, natty 20s don't mean shit. What's the number added? 22. You manage to somehow, from the art of making that kebab, you get 4 rations for each one of them.
And then 4 wolves?
4 wolves.
And do I have their pelts? As soon as you wake up. Here's your arrow.
It resembles
Please make a constitution save. No.
a dead flower, or not sure if it is a flower, as the grass is really throwing you off.
I'm not the chef. Obviously. But you're welcome.
I have an idea for this. I'll keep it.
Balthazar looks at you. Yeah, she was thinking about you. She said stuff like, ride the mountain?
Why don't you eat it? It's gourmet. You love this stuff.
It's a gift. I wouldn't want to ruin
Persuasion.
that pile of shit.
No, he ain't getting it.
Okay, but I bet you he never asked me to do a single thing for him again.
Nathan's counteroffer. You should try a bite.
Plus my charisma is a 4, so 20. I feel like you should at least give it a bite or 2, just to know. Looks can be deceiving.
I do have a plan for it though, so I'm planning on saving it.
You should try it. Hey, Nail! I think he needs help eating it.
No. I'm gonna.
Looks like whale shit.
I'm going to
Start hacking.
see if there are any birds nearby.
Birds?
Yes.
There's a strong wind that's happening right now. It's getting a little difficult to talk.
I have a idea of who to give this to later. I'll save it for them. I do keep the meat and the flour stuff on it as I put it back in my quiver.
That's gonna feel pleasant later.
Do you actually have arrows, or are you shooting a crossbow?
I actually.
Okay.
I thought we were doing a bit.
Nope, I totally thought you were.
Dude, I thought you guys were doing a bit.
Crossbows are exotic.
No, we're not.
I was told they are.
Oh, they might be in. Okay.
Because I wanted a crossbow.
That's what I thought originally. Shay told me you were a crossbow user.
Yeah,
that's why I kept it both, Nick.
Yeah.
Both, they're not arrows.
I thought we were doing a bit.
Survival check. Nick.
24.
Don't forget Ragnhild. You're 2 more levels of exhaustion.
I am not having a good time.
Menage, 1 level of exhaustion. Nail, 1 level of exhaustion. So you should both be at -2 exhaustion, and you are at 4.
You have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved. You have both of those, plus you have disadvantage on attack rolls and savings throws, and your hit point maximum is halved.
I am not having a good time.
From hypothermia.
Giving you. I have a traveler's cloak. I'm putting that on you.
So, what were you doing?
Anything you should put on me.
I'll be back to you since this is kind of more of an urgent matter.
Usually I would be grabbing sticks as we walked. Not now.
Like as the wind is blowing on top of the trees, as you guys are figuring the situation with Ragnhild, Malzahar, steps towards Svenner. She's not gonna make it another night.
And I'm also going to put you both helps. Try and help you.
I have no idea how to solve it.
Why'd you come to me?
I was recommending maybe we can give her one of our items.
I was already planning to. She helped me last night.
Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, I've been mighty cozy these past 2 days, so I think just...
I give you gloves.
I am definitely getting things like a town. There is no way.
I definitely want this back. And I take my wolf cloak off of you and give it to you. It fits you pretty awkwardly because it's like tailor-made for me. But it's super warm, super old, super well maintained though. Like you can definitely see wear and tear through like the years, but it looks like it's been upkept for a while. There's like bits of fur like missing all over, but like it's covered well enough that it still looks nice.
From above, the trees whistle from the wind. You guys find a moment of a hillside where the wind is not pelting your face as bad. There's a moment of quiet contempt, and you spot it in the distance. Something you would never have imagined. You spot a giant elk. It moves through the small meadow up ahead. Size of the trees almost. How big it is.
Quickly, sink and gesture for everyone to sink down as well.
It's about 150 feet, but you just spot it just from its subtle legs.
Is that up there? As I'm going to try and like lead them where I'm going to do it. Things of beauty.
Just in the opposite direction.
You guys all spot it.
Do I know any significance this might bring to me?
You know that seeing a giant elk is rare, extremely rare. It is often seen as a foreshadowing of an event that could be important. Things that could relate to it is a birth of a king or gods taking forms of giant elks. You also know that hunting these creatures is to call upon divine wrath on not just you, but even your family.
I know that too, right? It's like a main hunting thing. Because I'll tell be like, we should eat that. Yeah, this is true. Okay.
Let's not start to interact with it, I'd say.
To create creature, dependent on me.
I don't even stop moving. I like take note of it. Say a quick prayer. Say a prayer. And keep on going on my way.
I was looking in the opposite direction of pretty trees.
I want to see what it's kind of about, like what it may be doing at the moment.
You watch from afar, 150 feet away. It looks like it hasn't spotted you or hasn't seen you as it's grazing by itself. Its mane, huge and like lush fur. Its horns, it could be anywhere between 26 to 30 point. You're unsure. It doesn't seem to be worrying about anything. It's moving contently, quietly. Sometimes it puts its nose, snout upward toward where the wind's coming from, and it looks like it's touching its own form of the sky like sea. Looks like it's drinking water from it. And it just goes back down and continuously moves into the woods. And you can feel the weight of it. It's subtle, but it's there every time its hooves move through.
Is it a good idea to follow them, or?
No one knows. Or in fact, go ahead and roll knowledge nature.
20. 17 plus 3.
From the legends and tales that you know and never actually seeing one, there's no real reason to follow it, or it's not including anything. It's more of just a sign or a guidance. It acts almost exactly like a normal elk.
Well, it didn't seem startled whenever he was walking away, so I quickly start catching up to it as I raise back up and quickly start going.
You can tell it's going in a different direction than where you were headed to.
Shouldn't follow it. Keep going.
Nighttime comes.
I want to find a good place to sleep.
Yep,
Your
same.
survival is oof.
9.
16.
Menage, you do find a bit of cover for the night that will truly help until tomorrow.
I'll try and help with the fire, but I was not any help for that. I'll try and have warm food.
How are we doing on rations? Everyone keeping well fed? Good. Good.
I got 8 more from the wolves.
Good. Let's prepare for a struggle compared to last time. That was it's intense. So since she's not taking the watch, I guess I'll take second and third this time. Make it easier on all of us. Since no one else wants to contribute as Malthar.
I don't even have to put yet.
I guess I'll be the watch. Since I'm
I'll be fine. I'll watch. Just make sure be ready in case anything happens again.
You can do third watch.
So what did that big elf tell you?
Blessings of fate. Something eventful will happen in the future.
So we're on the right track.
It
You
will-
guys like that I'm helping.
Yes.
Yeah, you're helping me.
From what I know, they wouldn't have sent us the sign if they didn't like it.
Good. What do you read from all these wolf attacks?
Balzahar's asking. Talk about the clan or
Wolves. Wait. Animals. Oh. It's very evident. He buckles up for a second. There's a chance I haven't been able to read anything from it, but if there's something I'm missing, it would be something going on with the wolf clan.
That's why the wolves are attacking?
Yes. Something's happening
Keep them as pets.
inside. Huh?
We don't keep them as pets.
Something to them, not to specifically the clan, is what I'm saying. More of a war of nutrition, it looks like. Because it must be a sign of some sort,
Yeah, you said a whole lot of words. I'm not quite sure what you said.
That kind of did.
Basically means fate has a plan for the wolves. Not sure what, though.
So it's not a good sign or a bad sign.
Neither.
So what do you think of the wolves' attacks?
Alright. Wait, we're talking about the animals? Or are we talking about the clan? I spaced out for a little bit. I was like, whoa. The clan? Well, we all know that there's I think, an impending war happening between the clans. That's what I took away from that dream. And last I checked, technically we couldn't even be in these woods right now without him. Sacred ground, cursed lands. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if I found Odin's eyes somewhere in here. Since there's a battle of territory between the two.
Do you know of Odin's eyes in this area?
Yeah, sure, I've heard of him.
Specifically?
Not specifically, but one of the, goddamn, I don't know the correct name for it. I should look him up. The Wanderers, the other Icy Crows, come with news. Hearsay here and there. Heard of Odin's eyes going into the woods to check on villages. Some don't come back.
There are territory lines, and when you cross into unknown territories, you run into unknown hazards.
Felt like that was more of the foreshadowing of a giant elk right there.
Are there normally this large amount of wolves in the area? Do you know?
That's why I asked if it was an omen.
Then I'd make sure just in case.
Thimblebolt hates everyone.
Are you feeling better after last night?
Much, thank you.
It's better to keep track of this.
What do you take of the elk?
Of you? Things are in the right direction. At least I hope so. Whether or not, good to see a larger creature. Usually not many get to see.
So the gods like that you guys are helping the wolf of the shadow.
Whether they like it or not, we're doing it.
Icy crows are a bit of a grab bag. You could be one of the people that are able to read fates, some can't. It's more of a battle of knowledge at that point.
But you're chosen by the gods.
Yes. We still need things of trade, farming, things of that nature. And with that, there are some people who aren't as well known and well knowing of the fates.
Some of us have more different viewpoints on the subject.
Just saying. Sounds like the gods like that you guys are helping me. I'm gonna go off on my own.
When he says that, can I insight if that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because I can't tell. If he thinks that's a good thing.
Roll it!
Yeah, I want to because I can't tell. 11. Could be good, could be bad.
I probably like that you guys are.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but at the same time, you could be like, fuck icy crows, you know? You specifically.
I've been pretty polite to you guys.
Yeah.
As far as you've been able to tell.
Okay.
I also seem pretty forthright with my feelings.
Okay.
Like, in every instance you've dealt with me, I've never really hinted at any kind of deception or lateral thinking when it comes to people. Just kind of like you or I don't. Or if I don't, the wolves can eat you.
You said you walked away, right?
Yeah, I walked off.
I said I didn't, though.
By the balls of Odin, he fucking scares me.
Very true.
So direct. It's weird. I can't handle this kind of confrontation.
I can't read him. I don't like it.
5 silver says that's how their people talk. Just right up in your face, fucking. You smell my ass, I smell yours. Done deal. Wolf goes separate way.
Fur. I'm snuggling you when you sleep. I'm not
Fair.
getting cold.
Fair.
Let's be a little more careful about our surroundings. We need to make sure that A, we don't get on any planet's bad side while we're here.
We should be there by tomorrow. We haven't lost our way, have we?
I eyeball 2 people in particular. I'm not subtle at this. Just, if anyone asks, say I'm the talker. Okay?
That'll depend on the mood.
Just don't say anything that would get us killed.
Shouldn't be hard. We shouldn't be much. Yeah.
We are foreigners there, and thus we will be treated as such.
You don't want me to start in unnecessary fights. It just comes from me.
And with that, we're going to take a break.
I am Ragnhild Hlutstrid Viefus, one of the farmers of the lower hills. I am currently practicing the art of rune reading, though when I'm not practicing or helping out, I tend to spend my time drinking and telling old tales.
The name is Nal. My home is the mountain with my clan. I don't enjoy talking, but they're making me. The bare fur around me is from my first hunt with Nipa. The man showed me what it means to be strong. The animal tattoos running down my arms are a gift from a pal. There's one from each animal I've defeated. The tally marks on my back are from those I've shown what happens when you disrespect the Bear clan. My great axe is called Skullbreaker, and it's an enemy's worst nightmare. Safe travels to you.
What is there to say about Menasha? I am a hunter by trade and a guide by hobby. My favorite pastime happens to be anything to do with my camp, and anything I can do to better the enjoyment of it. Perhaps I am known best by my ability to guide others through any terrain, be able to provide protection from the evils that may come with it.
Back from our break.
You know, if you put something in a coffin, Schrodinger says it's both alive and dead.
I bet we put him in a coffin.
When I take over this world, you're dying first. You suffer,
Oh, yeah?
and you suffer 1 point of exhaustion for the rest of the night. As fortune comes to you, as nothing kicks off.
Do I recover my exhaustion?
How do we recover exhaustion, Shay?
Not battling the elements.
So 1 to 10.
No, you're still battling the elements.
I hate it.
But I was calling the giant lump of fur over there.
Yeah.
What do I get?
You're at 9, so 1 level of exhaustion. The next day, you arrive at Varmrfors at midday. A heavy cloud lingers over the small village, thunder seen in the distance. A gathering of people surround a building with concerned looks. A middle-aged man with short beard and a warrior-cut style of hair moves toward you from the side. Greetings! Welcome to Varmrfors. A good time to enter. Another one of our kind has been taken during the night. We think it's an illness. It's spread to H1. So, I wouldn't recommend staying long.
Not planning to, just a few nights or so. So, how far away was this other village?
I don't think I ever mentioned another village.
You said there was an attack. So
An illness.
An illness. I'm sorry, your accent's a bit thick for me. My apologies.
Oh my.
When I sword plow your face.
So I didn't have no choice.
Yeah, we don't have much of a choice. As I see it, if we go anywhere else, we will die of frostbite. And things of that nature.
Well, that's unfortunate. That seems to be my problem.
Of course. We are, of course, willing to be able to spend the night here and be able to give you some funds for it.
Why should I help you?
Figured we would give you some funds of some sort to help in any way we can. I will say, if you need, I can look into this illness of yours.
You can try now.
Persuasion check. Disadvantage.
I already have disadvantage. Joke's on you! That's a pretty good first number. It's a 15. That's a pretty good second number. That's an 18.
Disadvantage. Oh, so
15, 11,
Oh, okay.
so 18.
Alright. That's fair. Yeah. Go ahead, no one's gonna question you.
What did he agree to? Just so I know, personally.
That yeah, that you're going to look into this matter and see if it is an illness, and in return, possibly a night's stay. The house was cold. It was in order compared to most homes. The foods were stocked in baskets, firewood at the door, a table held a single ceramic plate and cup. Villagers move aside and away, letting your group investigate. You move into her room. There she lay, her body with clothes and a nightgown. She was face up with her arm hanging off the bed at her waist. The covers of fur were at her feet. Her eyes were lifeless, and the cold had claimed them. Her room looked in order, no signs of anything broken.
Give my Fispale wolf cloak back to him since we're inside.
I'm immediately gonna be like, I've dealt with this before. Not this.
My gloves.
I'm going to pull up my hunting mask that block anything putrid I might smell. Can Ragnarok, can you come in with me? Alright. Go towards the body, specifically. I want to see if there's any distinguishing marks on her skin.
Investigation check.
Can I help him since I'm in here?
Dang, that would have been good.
Yes, you would get advantage.
So would I roll 2? Or
Yeah, you each roll 1, and then you already rolled your 1. Go ahead. And whoever has the highest.
What'd you roll?
6.
Good, because I rolled a 10.
You look at her. Looking at the arms first, there are no marks. There are no sudden bruises. There's no gashes. You look at the face. You're not seeing any signs. The eyes are lifeless. Nothing there. No signs of being choked on the bed. No. Nothing.
I'm gonna start making the rounds around the room while she continues to look at the body.
Do we know if there's anyone else who's sick?
Right now, it's just you guys, I think.
Yeah. The first thing I'm checking is the food.
Do medicine check on her. See if we can diagnose a cause of death. It's not just like claw marks or something like that. 12.
You're unsure. Like no marks. There's no signs of struggle. There are no bruises. There's no gashes, slashes.
When he's done looking, I'm gonna say we go ask around a little bit.
With my knowledge and meats and things of that nature, I'm gonna see if there's any bad food, spoiled, poison maybe, things of that nature.
No.
Survival?
Survival.
21.
Or even knowledge nature.
21.
You look at the food. Like I mentioned earlier, it's all in order. Each one that you go to, like you find a couple apples and some vegetables, like a potato. Looking at it, they're pretty good. There's no tampering with it. There's no deformities to it either. It smells fresh.
I then immediately turned and said, any
I can't diagnose anything with nothing to go by. I'll have to ask around and see if anyone knows any symptoms, anything that's been common.
Well, not quite yet. As I'm going to go towards the bowl next and look at that, see if it's been used recently.
Empty. Maybe last 24 hours. There's some residue in there from some type of food. Maybe a forage.
And then the other things you said were in there were wardrobe, correct? And what else? Firewood. Wardrobe, firewood. I'm using my intelligence here. That's why I'm running through it. Just as a curiosity, I'm going to go towards the wardrobe. Open it. Anything?
Nothing different. Nothing's been torn out. Her belongings are still there.
Nothing out of the ordinary in here. I'm assuming. Walk back and I say, it's definitely some sort of sickness. Anything I can think of, since fate has been so prominent thus far, if this could mean anything?
I don't know. You have to.
No, I mean, like, is this something that would be in a story that I have heard of? Is basically what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. Knowledge or arcana?
History, I was about to say?
History or a star check?
12. I'm going to say, can you think of anything as well? I'm assuming you two aren't in here, by the way.
I'm looking over the body. I want to look if she was
Might be disease
strangled or
based, it
stabbed,
could be
or
natural
if there's any
cause.
kind of bruising or cuts or anything on her body.
Investigation.
Oh,
It could
boy!
But I have nothing to go by.
17.
Looking at it, you don't see any types of struggle. No bruises, no cuts, no gouges. No one went at her neck. There is something that does catch your attention when you're looking at her face. As you're looking at the eyes, as the coal is already taken. You get ready to look away, and something red catches your attention as you look at her again, and you see it's subtle, but there are signs of blood on the sides of her mouth. Inside, you can tell her lips are blue, cold. Opening her mouth, you see that her tongue has been burned, and you see a strange marking on it.
It's gonna be an outsider check.
8.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Thinking about the situation, how it is, nothing comes to mind. There's no lore, nothing. It's missing elements to be part of any type of lore. So it's possible that it could be an illness. Maybe the gods are playing effect, who knows?
Of any like wild foods that you could eat that would cause your tongue to burn like this? Seems pretty unnatural.
It is unnatural.
So what do the gods say about her tongue?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I'm also part of this. Oop, gross.
Really not a part of this.
Ragnhild.
And I like grab the tip of her tongue and pull it out.
You see that there is a rune that's been sizzled into her tongue.
Tell what it is.
Let's roll it.
I'm not trained, so I wouldn't know, but like I would know
12.
the rune, right?
You know the rune is Laguz, but it's in reverse. It's a sign that is confusion, fear. L-A-G-U-Z, by the way. L-A-G-U-Z. It's more of a sign. You're unsure, but it has a relation to it.
Is there anything in here to like write with?
What your thoughts?
Yeah, it's supposed to instill fear in you. I don't know how it can relate to this there.
I think it's an illness. So I'm standing over here.
I don't think it's an illness anymore.
It could be anything.
Illness causes bleeding on the side of the lips.
And the
Any you can think of?
tongue could be burned.
Do you think they stepped on cursed land, and these are the consequences?
Let's ask what her job was in the village.
She doesn't have any bruising from like any bind marks.
Well, we can see if there's any more like her circumstance.
We can ask about what was. I'm sorry, I'm frazzled now. What was the sign that?
A goose. Cause fear and confusion.
Maybe they messed with someone.
I say this is a good finding to report.
Well, no kidding, but I feel like if there's more we could investigate, then we should. And it could be bad for everyone.
Aren't you locked with curses?
Well,
Aren't you lot good with curses?
specific ones.
That seems pretty specific.
Meaning, I do not know how to deal with curses. I just know how to tell people they have them. As far as you two go, I'm not sure. Either of you?
She does rune magic. I'm more attuned with the forces itself. Got it by Yimmer.
Identifying not really the cause.
Alright.
I'm working on it slowly but surely, but
I'm gonna, now that I found a new area to investigate, I'm gonna see if I can identify any, like specific weaponry, or perhaps anything that was used to cause that mark, or if it was fate, basically confirming.
Do I notice him looking at like utensils and stuff like that? That would be like sharp, like carved.
I did have a look at those.
I mean, like now.
Oh, no, not yet. I'm looking at the mouth first. It's the first time I've seen it.
Well, I thought you said you were gonna look.
Yes!
it was just burned
That's
into
what
her
I'm saying.
tongue,
Do I
like,
notice
or
she
was her
is-
tongue like burned
My
off
bad.
and in?
It was burned onto her tongue.
Okay, so it wasn't both. That was both for a minute.
There's only one strange thing that does catch your attention, and Ragnhild's attention. Both of you. Out of the entire room, everything seems to be normal, except you have never seen black wood, as two pieces of it rest on top of the side of the door. It's freakishly black. It's not like some mold has gotten into it or age. It is an unnatural black about it.
Like chips of it?
Like the whole log, when you cut a log, it's black. The inside, black. It sounds like solid wood. Chipping away like wood.
We might want to ask where they get this kind of wood, because that's weird. Sounds wrong.
Pull out my short sword.
Sounds like walnut.
I like wedge my short sword in there.
Tough time. It's acting like normal wood though. Sometimes it's chipping, cracking.
Is there like an end to it that I can like just see like the inside of the tree? Or of the wood? More than just the face?
Like when you're chopping wood and it comes in little like pizza triangles, you get to see the whole thing as you like take you see it just on top of the pile.
Oh, is it the firewood? I'm gonna take a piece. I'm gonna take a piece and go ask about it.
I think we have a few questions, so we go ask a few things.
As I'm in the mouth looking,
Because,
I take a piece.
do
Throw it
I?
in the fireplace.
You take the piece, you throw it in the fireplace. It's not lit. Start setting up a little fire.
I recommend we don't do that. I would like to identify the wood.
As like
Knowledge, nature.
16?
You look at it, grabbing it, examining it. It's not natural. You already can tell from this. You don't know what tree this belonged to. It looks like it could have been pine, comparing it to the other ones. Getting close to it, like smelling it and the features, you know it's giving off a different smell than you expect. You're not sure exactly what it is, but it does not smell like a normal tree. You smelled it before.
This is definitely the culprit.
at least to some degree.
I'd recommend we don't burn it. We do not. I'd recommend that we take this to Elder? Tribesman?
Whoever it was who talked to prior.
Elderman. And tell him what this is.
Take some wood.
Yeah. You can hold the wood. I'm not going to hold it. Making our way out.
We at least only need to take one piece, so. Or we can just bring them here.
Which end of the tongue?
Perhaps. No, we do not. Oh,
And the fireplace was
For some reason,
there's
my
like
first
some
thought
of
was
that
you
burnt
were
in there.
cut it out. My bad. That's me assuming. I am sorry.
Yeah, it might be a better.
It's a familiar wood to me, which makes me scared. Due to its familiarity to, I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
I've been around trees a lot. It's hard for me to
Let's
figure
go
out.
ask and see if we can find out who
Let's
It's not
dropped
a
it.
natural tree.
No, but it smells familiar.
What if she cuts it in half?
Let's wait on that.
Let's wait till we find out where it came from before we decide to.
It could be
Tampa.
a form of God's tree. We don't know. I'm going outside. People around us
They're talking, chatting, some dispersed.
looking for the elder. No?
There's a few old people in the crowd, but
No, I mean the big guy that we talked to before we came here. We found some things that could have caused it. Have your people gone to any areas of the god recently?
No. We respect the woods.
We found this wood, and I kind of like point to whichever one's closer. We found this wood in the cabin. It's not a natural wood, and it seems to look the same as there were burn marks in her mouth. If you wish to come with us, we can show you more. There were a few things of note.
Are you implying that the wood did this?
It could have.
Very much so. It's
Strangest thing.
the strangest thing is the rune that's on her tongue.
4 days ago, someone else died of the same thing. And then 5 days before that, a woodsman died.
Were there runes on them as well?
Runes?
There
That's
was a
what I
rune
just
burned
said.
onto a tongue. I was gonna confirm it, but he told it before. It was Magoof.
Didn't know there was a rune.
It was the rune of Magoof. Reversed. Scrolls to instill fear and confusion.
Wait, are you two icy crows?
No. Just a hobby.
Deception checks.
She said nothing, so is it just on me?
I was gonna say
Just
Maroon.
on-
I was gonna say Maroon Master, but I don't know how to say that. Would I be known as a Maroon Master? Like, is that a title?
Because you're talking about runes, to them they would know. It's certain people and groups that know about rune masters. Just that you can read the runes and you're more inclined to them.
23.
Well, I'm gonna tell them that I'm a rune master, which is. Yeah, no. 3.
3.
Well, is it deception? I'm just saying. Yeah. That I'm the rune master.
You're real confident in your answer that he doesn't even focus on you, but focuses on her and sees the hesitation. What are you doing here? You're doing this far away from your village. Let the Shadow Wolves know that you're here. Bad tidings.
They're fine. I like show my thing.
Oh. What is going on?
Out of character.
Yeah.
Were we told that we could tell other people, or we need to keep this quiet?
No, this is the thing I told you day one, that a lot of people in clan groups that you talk to were already going to be butting heads, and you get disadvantage on all your persuasion checks.
Know about our entire mission.
Our
currently.
mission. Were we told to keep quiet?
That's on you guys. Were you told to keep quiet?
Aren't
I think we should.
I don't think we should.
I think you only should to a degree.
Anyway. We were tasked to go see, to make sure the village nearby was alright. So, we had to head that way.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard from anybody in a while.
There's a large storm, want to make sure everyone's still alright. You know how it is.
It's better to make sure that everyone's okay than to just immediate butt heads.
All those piece of shit Odin eyes can go fuck themselves.
Agreed.
Sword plow right in their mouth.
Back to the problem at hand. Do you still have the bodies of the other ones that passed?
Buried him.
Do you have any clue where the woodwork comes?
Yeah, his house is right over there. And he points out, you can see his house in the distance. His house is right there, and the old lady, it's past this one. He points to, like, tries to point to our house, but it's in hiding behind another one.
If my guess is correct, it has something to do with the black wood. If it started at the woodman's, he would have used it. That's my guess.
Okay, so just avoid using that wood.
Yes.
I'll let everyone else know. Pass the news.
Yeah. Before we finish that, we should probably make sure that's the case with in the woodsman hunt.
Alright, well, while you do that, I'm going to talk to everyone.
Let's see if you can find out if it came from.
Gonna start heading that direction. Very swiftly, quietly this time.
I mean, as fast as we can go.
Yeah.
You head to the woodsman's house. Walking into the back of the house lies a chopped tree. It was wrapped and tangled by vines. Among the snow-covered tools lies a black-stained axe stuck in a chopping block. Menaja Ragnhild's black bark can be noted under the vines, a rune etched into the tree's heartwood.
Do I know what this is?
A Staru check. Don't forget, disadvantage. Because you're -4 exhaustion.
9.
You know what? I could have done worse. So, 13.
Looking at it,
This one is known as the Algiz rune, but this time it's in reverse. It is a sign of danger, a warning, almost.
Signifies.
Danger in the reverse.
He probably shouldn't have used this axe to cut the tree, not like yank the axe out.
You yank the axe out, holds the same properties as a normal axe. Weight and everything, it just looks like it's been sprayed almost. Like constantly chopping at wood to give it that color.
Found another room to match it as some proof.
You threw it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it.
I was about to say.
I'm just gonna keep it.
alright, it's a woodsman's axe.
Is there like anything around like where it was checked? If they were like separating it from this tree trunk?
Horizons versatile.
You can see that there has been some cutting to it. I've already divvied out some wood, but it looks like it's been cut down recently. Maybe not recently, maybe in the last week or two.
Mess.
Is there any moisture left to the base of it?
Whereas if you will, a two-handed
Yeah.
die goes up.
Okay.
If it's a battle axe, yes.
Okay.
Are there drag marks from where it came from?
Survival check.
I was distracted by the axe.
Disadvantage.
You still have your inspiration point, by the way.
Yeah.
I use mine.
I use my real energy.
You know what? Throw it in there. I don't really remember how
Was
to
that-
use those, but
That increase?
It just takes away.
The last one you rolled?
Yeah.
okay. So turn it into a 16.
16.
Looking out, if it's within the last week or two, there was a snowstorm that's happened, movement of the wind pushing the trail. You can't make it out.
Gotcha.
I would like to try and identify the tree. See if I recognize it. Like what it could be.
Knowledge nature.
That's an 8.
Pine. It's like pine.
Any is there wood stocks anywhere near?
Just a small pile next to the tree, as he was like really starting to cut at it.
Until we find our culprit?
Ragnhild's Fenner, you also note in the air, it smells like sulfur when you're back here.
It smells like ass.
It very much does.
Is there
I know what that smells like.
Rotten eggs. Smelled it quite a few times.
Can I see where this thing was dragged from? I don't say anything. I just kind of start looking around. I'm like, where did you get this from?
Survival check.
Well, good. I think it's 21. It is.
You look out. You know it possibly came from this direction, but there's no trail. It's over a week old.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is there any place where he would have set a fire that I can see?
You see he's got a small stove in the back, but it looks like he hasn't burned any of the wood.
No? If it smells this bad, potentially from the tree, then whatever it came from could smell just as bad.
Perhaps it's not just burning that's required.
I'm going in the house.
I think it's just being chopped on it all.
Quiet wood carvings and shavings on the ground.
Any of them black?
You know,
Are there any wood carver's tools here?
there it
I
is.
steal them.
They are yours.
I'm trained in wood
Perhaps we should instruct them to put all of it in here. That way that nothing else will happen if it's in the vicinity.
We might just need to find the original spots from just.
We do know it's in the evening. You probably have maybe an hour of daylight, and you can tell that a storm of something is approaching.
It probably should be disposed of in some way.
For doing this now, I might as well try. So,
But I say we should.
be mine.
Survival check, disadvantage.
I got a 22.
You look out. The same views that Svenner had. You can see that it came in a certain direction. You know the direction it would have gotten through. But this trail has been lost for over a week ago.
Can't find it.
Maybe they have like a animal here that's good at tracking scents, because it would probably smell similar to this.
We could perhaps find it. At this point, it is beyond us to do anything. We just need to tell them of our progress we made and let them know.
Try to feel it.
Do I find any dark wood in the house?
Wait, darkwood or the blackwood?
Blackwood.
No.
Do I find any leftover stuff in the fireplace? Like any leftover soot or anything like that?
Yeah, you find some ash
Do I see anything on the bed or under the bed?
for a reception check.
13.
Usual stuff, bedding. There's nothing under the bed as it's a wooden frame. He's got a couple of furs on the bed. Looks like whoever kind of set it up and they kind of made the bed. But it's been vacant for a while. Food has already been taken. House is empty.
Nothing in the wardrobe? I'll go grab a few pieces of logs. And I'll close my hand. Just some random logs. Doesn't matter what they are. What they made of.
Shit. Pine, oak, walnut, cherry. There's no cherry. There's no cherry.
I'm just gonna try and keep away from the big tornadoes and shot them over here.
I'm gonna go talk to the people and let them know what we found out to not burn the black logs. Simple as that.
They might want to either bury it at some point or else get some way of blocking it from making so much smell.
Cool. Let's I'll also see what house we can use to stay the night.
Ask if we can stay in the old ladies.
Yeah, I was gonna stay here. It's creepy, a lot of sharp things.
Also not staying
Twelve sharp things.
a lot. They can kill you. They can stab you.
Only if
Which
you're
would
not
kill you.
careful.
They can.
I walk off while he's
Yeah, like-
Burn
We're
some
list
things.
of things.
Yeah.
So while Nathan's going to the leaders on I'm struggling straight to the old lady's house.
I'm going with him.
I'm going to the leader.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
leaves you, fifth man.
You know, I'm just gonna be kind of watching everybody go, seeing if anybody looks like, you know, kind of weird or anything.
Sus?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
Well, that's
6.
Walking around town, looking at people, eyeing them. Some like, oh my, she's a big lady. Oh my, ooh. Some try to square up to you, but they're like, ooh. You do find an old man who would fit the bill of being an elderman.
I'm not looking for an elderman. I'm looking for the guy that I talked to.
You do find him as he just got done with conversation with Malzahar.
I'm assuming he's already updated you on our current findings.
Yeah, he informed me about the happenings. So we're gonna take all the blackwood and I guess throw it on the edge of town, if not farther.
Recommendations: do not burn it. There's also a
Very, very pungent odor. Rotten eggs.
gigantic tree in the woodcutters that is of that description. I would recommend you find a place for it, but won't.
Not put it on a pyre?
Yes.
It smells very bad.
From what it looked like, all of the death that was caused was due to it being set on fire.
Yeah, we'll have to take care of that another day. There's a blizzard coming and it's gonna be coming real soon. And during that time you're gonna start seeing some flurries.
Would you say we keep for the night?
Yeah, go ahead. You get Alma's house, right over past this house over there.
Thank you.
You all make it to Alma's house and
I get to rummage that bitch first.
You do. You do. You go in there, you can tell there has been some clean pickings that have happened. Food's gone, of course, wardrobe damn near empty, save for a old, worn gown.
I'm tearing this place apart. I'm looking for any clues I can find.
Investigation check.
I'm good at these. 8.
You find 7 silver.
Take it.
You don't find anything. No signs of break-ins, nothing. Just as empty as the woodsman's house.
So that's the next question I was going to ask, because the way you described this one to me, it seemed like it was more emptied out, but they're pretty much the same, emptied out. Okay. Okay. I'm going to throw a few of her logs on the fire, start it up, and then whenever they show up, I'm just going to be like carving into one of the logs.
The firelight dancing on his flesh as he's whittling something away, shavings into the black log fireplace.
They're dead.
I never looked, so I could have thrown black logs. If there's black logs in the place, this could be bad.
Because if we walk in, we notice, I'm just, nope.
Yeah, like literally, I'm so excited to have wood carving tools that I was just like, so that could be bad. I could be rolling up another character.
You probably get in there for about 45 minutes, making yourself comfortable, setting things up, and you hear the weather change as a snowstorm from Niflheim just starts laying into your house.
I'm gonna take my furs back.
Shay, I would like to attempt to carve a figure of Menaja.
Disadvantage. Wait, do you have a one level of exhaustion? Disadvantage. DC.
Well, I got the DC right here. But I don't know what I added to the roll. I know I have my proficiency, but I don't know which ability.
Dex, probably?
Yeah, you can argue Dex, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll take this. 6.
Carving the best you can. Cold fingers.
I throw it in the fire.
Hey, what do you got then?
I got this cool knife. We figured the woodsman wasn't using this anymore, so took his carving kit.
As long as if you don't get in trouble, I'm fine with it.
Are you gonna tell me?
As long as no one finds out.
You know what they say about narcs? As Malzahar also has wood cutting knife.
Where'd you get that?
Found it.
Where?
I'm getting real tired.
Is that not a custom where you guys come from?
No.
The man's been dead a week. Can't take it with him.
We normally leave it for the tribes that are hosted from.
It's been a week.
Yes.
It was picked clean.
It's more of a courtesy than anything.
For who?
Us giving a courtesy to them.
To who?
Let's not talk about this one. Instead, let's talk about how good you are at those wood carving tools. What are you called?
I go over to another room and lay down. I start carving one to look like him. But I make it look bad on purpose.
So if he rolls bad, does that mean it's good?
7.
It looks damn near identical, except this time you've added an eye.
Perfect. Perfect. In the morning, I'm making ones of those 3.
I'm scared.
Can't wait. Just anytime you piss them off. Oh, that's a nice carving of me. That was the biggest intimidate check ever. The sound of snow assaults the house you bed in, eager to come in and embrace you in its blanket of ice and cold. The fireplace burns as it repels the dark and frost. You find comfort in your dreams, the noise becoming distant. Without warning, a face with diamond-like eyes, a smile with jagged teeth and long horns, comes face to face with you like a lover's embrace. It speaks to you in an eerie voice that whispers to your soul. Let's play.
No.
No.
I'm good.
Oh no.
Hey Nick, good job trying to investigate.
Oh, thank you.
One after another, each one of these pillars starts to light up, showing you in this small room. Looking about, it is dark with this red tint. You notice ripples on the ground. The sensory of water kicks in as you find yourself foot deep in this red liquid. In the center and around, you note twisted gnarl roots extending out of the water and back in. And in the center is a tree trunk, that of black nature, and an odd creature phases into existence. It is huge in its appearance.
Oh, balls.
Oh, Lord.
It is awkwardly tall and long. Its skin color, hard to make out. It's a white opaque, but it's almost displaced, like your eyes are playing tricks on you. It turns to face you, and it holds an odd-looking sword in its hand, one that looks to be part of it. You can make out the diamond-like eyes and the jagged smile as it goes from ear to ear, as it turns to face you.
Do I recognize this creature?
I was
from
gonna
any
say
kind
that too.
of, folklore.
Knowledge Arcana.
Oh, I'm good at that.
I'm joining in this one.
Not good.
We all just wake up, standing up.
Did you just place this randomly, or can we choose how we spell it?
Has to stay within the last 3 lines.
No, that's cool. I just want to put her in the front and not in the back. If you're cool with that, I figured
Yeah,
you didn't want to be in
Can
the
I
back.
be in the back?
Guessing that's you.
We have to be in those first 3 squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. Nathan probably also wants to be in the back. He's a big old pussy.
Wait, so am I?
Well, you're further behind, so a bigger pussy.
Fuck.
Ha! This is bad, Tom. We're gonna die. Wait, you're all in my dreams?
Is that in game?
I don't know if it's a dream anymore.
This dream is starting to be more of a nightmare. Also, this is a bad time to bring it up, but I thought maybe I had like an upset stomach from what we were eating. I had this weird feeling of dark Seder.
And you didn't say
I didn't even think about it.
so. You have value for this group because you didn't want us as lower now. I want you to know this as I pull out my bow.
Would you like to hear the tale of what this could possibly be?
I would love to.
Roll initiative.
That's why I'm upset.
A little.
First thing that's funny.
11.
I'll make sure it never happens again.
Manaja, you may begin.
Are you gonna tell me what it is before I shoot, or are you just?
He like stumbling on his words, and you see this creature just.
I'm gonna searing smite.
Can't you only do that as a melee?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just asking. I'm not sure.
No, I can make sure. I'm going to favored foe. And going to change that later because I didn't realize that. 13.
Hit.
25. 25.
Oh, you sharpshooter.
I always sharpshooter unless I say I'm not sharpshooter.
Okay.
You fire right to this face. You see it hits, makes impacts, and goes through as it. You're not sure if it made it stumble or not.
Did it look like it hurt it though?
Hard to make out with its imagery being displaced.
Okay. I'm still willing to talk about this as I get ready for another shot.
Svender. Each movement is difficult terrain, yes.
That's fine. I'm gonna move towards Shay 2 squares and towards it 1 square. I'm gonna dodge.
Ragnarok.
You just kind of take it offensive. My goal is to avoid this trio. But I'm gonna take
I'm
it
gonna drop my
offensive.
shield.
Just mug out your defense.
Next up is Nail.
So, the tree stuff, is it level or is it up higher?
The tree stump is up higher by 5 feet. The roots that you see going out, I made it a little black underneath them, to let you know that you could essentially go under them.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna run at it.
Okay, it's difficult terrain. Charging straight for it.
Yeah.
Okay, monster.
Is that log thrown also up 5 feet, or?
The stump is by 5 feet. The trunks go up, and they are the run.
I'm in danger.
Probably because you didn't rage. This first hit's gonna hurt.
Is there solid ground under the water? I should have asked.
It does feel solid when you step through it. Just the water itself's giving you that slowing down. I need you to make a strength savings throw.
You're good at those. Rage would be giving you advantage.
Nat 25. 25.
You see it move up to you with its giant blade and comes down knocking. You take 14 points of damage. And rears it back up, looking at you, smiling, looking up to the next one. Malzahar.
You gonna tell us?
So I believe it's called a mare. It used to be in a child's folk story, but there's like no image of it. They would tell these stories of grandeur of it looking like this and this. He draws a symbol in the air and he shoots a firebolt. Nope, that is a miss. It could look anything like a tree or vines. All right, next up is Menage.
Well, let's figure out how to defeat it quick. As I draw another bow back. This time, it's more of a curved bow, as it looks snake-like almost. Zephyr Strike. 6. What is it? 6.
Hit.
20. One of them, 7 of it is force damage.
Another shot and directly into its body. Uncertain how much damage you're on, but it looks to be connecting.
I am then not going to be the only thing standing between it and me is her, so I'm going to go 25.
Svenner.
I'm gonna run under this log. Cool. Do I notice anything under this log?
No, as you go, you can go underneath it. Go ahead and roll an attack.
21.
21, that is a hit.
8.
Jab into the wood. He's not reacting to it.
Tree trunks don't matter. I don't care. I'm punching the log. Okay. 14.
Give it a nice right hook. Dented.
Of course, I'm fighting a tree trunk. I'm rolling max damage. I'm fighting wolves. I'm rolling minimum. Yeah, that's
Ragnhild.
I'm gonna go diagonal as far as I can this time. And then I'm going to, under the water, carve my Futhar circle and set it in front of her.
Thank you.
And have my intentions to keep moving.
No.
I'm gonna go to rage.
Okay, good move, good move.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna try and I'm gonna swing at the legs.
Move up 5 more feet.
Do I get advantage in rage?
If you want a reckless, which would then give him advantage against you. Oh,
I'm
no.
using that inspiration.
No.
15.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
15.
Rage gives you bonus damage.
That's right. What is it?
Plus 2.
Yeah, 17.
You swing hard with your great axe, gashing into its thigh. You're not seeing any results coming from it, but you're feeling the contact.
My hit didn't do much.
Join the club.
Monster.
Where is he?
No, man, you don't. Nah, dude, you don't want
You get an attack opportunity.
Come on, dude.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it. You won't, coward.
Okay.
17 plus change.
20.
20. Hit.
9.
9.
9. You slash at him as he's trying to get away, making you stumble a little bit, but you make contact still. Just no blood on your axe. Rears back. Sword comes down. You see it dig through half of the tree trunk, and then You see this like almost this smile, as it's almost a sad smile, as turns and looks at you.
Is it you?
Malzahar!
How do we defeat it?
During the tale, it can only come out during the night. It couldn't last during the day. Some say that it's capable of Norse speech.
I'll try that.
Yeah, they also, in one story, tried to make the hero kill themselves. I should have just led with that. And it is now Menage's turn.
While he did his firebolt, did it look like it actually hurt him?
It made contact with it, but it was like not potent enough.
See, I want to hit it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, again, load another snake arrow. And, take a shot. Nat 20.
Oh shit, okay.
So you take the max of each of those dice,
Okay.
which is,
So 8, 14, 18.
okay, and now you add those.
35 points of damage.
How would you like to describe your spell?
So, it's not really smell as much as it is an arrow. It's an arrow with a rune inscribed in it, which made the wood twisted. And as it's released, it spins to make it look like almost a drill, as it's not really corrected, as it just goes towards the mark. Going for power more than accuracy.
So with that, it strikes at the creature as it's drawing its sword up. The impact alone looks potent and powerful that its whole form shifts as it steps and fumbles and lands on one hand, confused of what just happened.
Stab it in the butt.
Immediately, Zephyr Strike gives me 30 more movement, so I'm gonna go 20, 30. As far away from the thing as possible, because I know it's coming for me next.
Alright.
Next up is Svenner.
I am going to use my Step of the Wind.
He's a monk, anyway.
You couldn't tell prior.
And then I'm going to run towards the center trunk. So I'm going to use my Step of the Wind to disengage.
Okay.
And I get 50 feet of movement.
I'm sorry, 50.
That's what I can do.
21. 5 points of slashing damage.
You take your blade and go into the center of it and strike down at it as hard as you can, digging your blade in 2 to 3 inches. You look back to behind to see the creature stumble from the previous attack. Looks like it lost sight of you. Then its gaze goes right back to you. It doesn't seem to have any effect on it.
Do I have any movement left?
I'll use 50.
Okay, that's it.
Dragonhild.
Scoot over as far as I can. I'm gonna take a defensive, and then heal you with my circle that's over there. Technically. 5.
Thank you.
Anything else, Dragonhild?
Get ready to get decked by a big motherfucker.
Nail, it's your go.
I'm gonna go over by the other log. But that way, and I'm gonna try and hit that. 13.
Hit.
9.
You strike it hard and with a lot of slashing into it, digging into the wood. Pull out. It looks like it hasn't had any effect. And it's the monster's turn. You see it stand and look at you, and its body starts changing color into more of a red as its face gets angrier.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Alright, disadvantage on the attack. You see it as hard as it can, comes down as you evade it. A lot of water shoot up. It looks around for the next opponent. Next up is Malzahar. It does hit. Congratulations. Good job. We just constant ruin after ruin. Just attack it. We probably have to get out of its dream.
So wake it up.
Yeah. And it seems to be working. Next new round. Menage.
Second verse, first. 15. As I will go 10, 20, 30. Far away as possible.
You can tell by its shift that it's probably bloodied. Next up is Svtjod.
5, 10, 15, jump to here. Can I do that?
You got a running start?
Yeah, I had to move back 10 feet.
You know what? Pause real quick. We're going to get your jump generator. How tall are you?
5, 10.
10 feet. You do have to make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Ooh, 24.
You make it to the right at the edge of the tree as it comes short, just splashing into the water.
I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Where do I land, here or there? So that's 25. What's it cost me to get up to here?
5.
It's 30, 35. I wish to attack him with my short sword. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Okay, that would be 5 points of slashing damage. Also going to kick him. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to hop down closer to him and then come under the tree.
Just right up, right in the back of the leg, followed by a good kick into the calf. Boop, psh, splash into the water. Nope.
Right.
Technically, run over its legs.
Yes.
Because I want to aim to get under there as well, or behind it from where it's at.
Acrobatics check.
I can figure out that. I'll just go
It's
around.
difficult terrain.
I actually like it. Just going sideways and just kind of
Other
swooping
way.
around. And then dash to get under it too.
Must be under.
Could I not be over technically?
Is there only
under
one
that?
square?
There's 2 squares, but it's under his giant feet.
Well, I assume his foot's not under it.
Or else
Right
you would
behind
trip
it.
as soon as
Just
you
kinda-
walk.
Snuggles up in the very edge of it.
Alright. Anything else, Ragnarok?
Prepared to more just heal than anything at this point.
Nail.
I'm gonna run at him.
10, 20, 30.
I'm gonna yeet a javelin. At 20, 18, I'm sorry, 16 total.
Oh, the +3 doesn't get doubled.
Yeah, plus it doesn't double the dice.
Only your dice gets doubled, your modifiers don't.
Oh, okay. So that'd be 10. Oh, wait, no.
13.
13, yeah, 13, thank you.
Javelin hurls right into the side of its body. It doesn't go all the way through. You don't see it sticking into it. But it made contact. Even though it was displacing, you're not seeing it as soon as it hits. Next up is Monster.
He's fast.
You've seen fade out and fade in, rearing back.
So distance does not matter here.
You're screwed.
No, it kind of does. If you're close by one of the logs, anyway.
I've noticed the only one after me the one time.
Hi.
I know. So they're going after everybody one time.
That's why I'm trying to get away from it.
My goal was to get away, and I realized I didn't have a chance.
You might want to yeet yourself under that dog.
You can move 3 squares at a time.
I can make it. To be fair.
Oh no.
So it comes up, hits the wall to the side, and launches Malzahar 10 feet away, and he goes face first into the water.
Someone needs to roll him over.
It is now Malzahar's turn. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh my god. Everyone's like, oh no, he's dead already.
How much HP does he? He is blooded for sure.
He is. Wait,
At level 2, he's got a +3 con, and he's so that's 9.
that sounds like
12.
26.
Or level 2, dude.
8.
Is it
Why do I
D6
have
or
a
die?
22?
Because you have a D10.
He's 18, most likely.
Okay, that makes sense.
Turns, shoots another firebolt from his hand. You can tell there's a deep slash onto him. He's just holding his wound. Menage.
Who's the guy looking towards?
Just.
I'm going to not attack this turn. 20. And just.
Svenner. As Menage is making a mad dash to a trunk or a root.
I'm going to go to that spot diagonal of the D12. And that's touching his square, right? So I can attack him?
Yes.
Alright, Svtjod attack. It's a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
9 points of slashing. The max damage.
Right in the killer's little tendon.
Yeah. And then I'm going to try to sweep around with an elbow. There's a 23 hit.
It does.
4 points of damage.
You're making contact, but it's just a weird feeling what you're striking and what you're hitting. Next up is Ragnarok.
Is he still just running this way? Start bolting this way.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start bolting around this way. Yeah, as close as I can get over there.
Okay.
Nail.
I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna try and slash him again. I'm doing pretty damn good lately. 15?
I'm not that useful damage-wise in this scenario. I have more of damage control.
Yeah, right one.
That's useful.
13.
As you come up and take your axe and dig into his leg again, just hacking and cutting it up. Is that it, Neil?
I tried for you, boyo.
It's fine, Nick. It's fine.
Did it teleport?
It did. Rears back, putting its whole force into its attack, into the wood, and you hear it chipping and digging through it to the point where you can see the blade cut cleanly through, and it stops. And you see it let it go and just...
Is it angry or smiling again? Or what?
It's like you can see that it has like this...
Like it's mad, but it can't help but smile.
Yeah.
Like when you're really pissed and somebody hits you with one of smiles. You're just like...
Next up is Malzahar. Keep still! Menaja.
Short sword.
What?
Stab it.
Do what you can in this instance. Do what you can.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Second crit.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
So 26.
26.
Christ.
As I quickly just. And then I'm about to play back.
You just slash it. As it found its next target. Svenner.
15 to 30 puts me on the trunk. So that'd be 60 foot of movement.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna throw a
I'll
dart.
have disadvantage.
Natural 1.
Now, hold on, Shay.
Yeah, what's up,
I
man?
would like to validate that because you used that crit card in my crit.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Okay.
There
I
was
did not hear you.
there was 3 crit cards that I pulled up, and they all would not have an effect on it, so I just went straight double damage.
It's a ranged attack.
The semblance of it, even though it being a dream, just kind of starts touching into the more darker aspects of your mind when there's a moment of hesitation in your strike. You're not sure why, maybe a long forgotten fear that you've embedded in your mind has resurfaced temporarily, and you have that feeling of dread and despair that you find yourself finagling, tying up with your gear. You are restrained for this round as you're the hesitance.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to spend an action to free yourself. Cool. Next up, Ragnarok.
Boop, boop. And then... Try him with sling.
Yeah!
How
That's
do you want
what-
to do this?
I believe that's 21.
That is a hit.
And that's my maximum damage.
I'm just imagining her putting her mug into the sling and just.
6.
Please tell me this on the head.
You know you strike at it, and it's still focused, full intent of hurting Menaja.
I'm not damage control here. I'm damage control, not damage.
Nail.
I'm running towards the trunk, and then I'm eating another javelin.
What's the range on that?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I did that.
So, I'm aware of the consequences.
That's a 4. You launch another javelin. This time has missed. It is now the monster's turn.
I tried for you.
It's okay, because he can't hit shit.
I'm gonna steal his skull though.
I mean, he would have probably nailed the absolute shit out of me.
Yeah, he lifts up as you're watching, and you don't pay attention as he quickly takes his foot and slams the ground next to you, and your body goes up, strikes at the tree with the sword into it, cutting you, and back down. Make a strength savings throw.
Ow.
4.
As you fall,
Ah! 19.
Way better.
you slam into the blade. You suffer 10 points of damage as your body hits the ground. You turn and put your hands down and pull yourself up quickly. Malzahar, your turn. Miss. Another bolt as he's just running to the trunk. Why does this feel so real?
Why did the wolf hurt more?
Menage, your turn.
12 damage. Nonsense.
I rolled mid.
Good. Is he still looking at me?
He's looking for the next one.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay here and not do anything. Actually, I'm gonna dodge.
Going defensive. Svetter?
Okay, I gotta go get rid of this. I can't see anymore, so it's gone.
Find that restraint, fix it, settle your thoughts immediately. Get a bonus action and a movement.
Nope, I'm good.
Alright. Ragnhild?
I'm gonna set this back up again over here.
This is worm sting.
I figure.
Nail.
I'm gonna run again towards where the trunk is.
So 10 and then 30.
And I'm just staying there.
Monster's turn.
You don't want to hurl another javelin?
Think she's out of javelin.
I have one more left.
Oh, okay.
I was like, they may come in a set of 3.
Who am I attacking next?
Me? Oh no.
I knew I should have died.
Damage party.
Tegan, 12 points of damage.
That's a good one.
As this thing comes down with its hammer fist to the ground. And you make strength saving throws.
I'm good at these. Oh. 18. Oh wait, no. 20.
10.
Good job. You feel the impact of the ground as you take the brunt of it, but it hasn't put you down yet. You guys are good. You passed. Malzahar. Going straight for the tree, which I should have moved him last time. Ah!
Okay, cool.
Why are you in here with me?
I don't want to be out there with that!
It's coming back to me.
Ah!
Hey, it's okay.
The Valkyries are trying to take me early, and I'm not ready. This mare sucks.
Yeah.
All right, next up is Menage.
Menage. I'm going to drop my short sword, pull out my bow, peek out.
I'm just gonna see up onto the
90.
overturned
Yes.
keel.
Wait, I have to read this and see if I can do
20.
this the way I want.
How would you like to end this?
Just a quick peek out, hoping I aim for his Achilles and shoot at it.
You fire. He takes that step after pounding the trunk. The arrow hits his foot, and he looks down, and you see almost like it's magic as the form just starts getting eaten away from its leg, and it's trying to swat it away, and clawing its body, falling from its appendages, disappearing quickly, till eventually you find you guys are waking up. You can hear that the blizzard's still out there, but it seems to be daytime.
I'm going to bed. I want to be finished tonight. Okay, sorry.
Nope, good.
I'm still sleeping.
So that's where we're going to end our chapter of episode 3. Perfect time. No.